to Good Morning BFFS! Happy New Year! Bree! No, we're not doing that. Okay, so we're so excited. This is our first episode of 2025, and we are here with three incredible entrepreneurs, just amazing people. I'm Jack, and this is
Jess.
And we are the founders of St. John's BFF. Okay, we're gonna work on that. BFF. BFF Global, worldwide. Worldwide, sorry. Business, faith, and friendship. And we're so excited you're tuning in. So we're going to start off with this beautiful lady right here. So, hi, I'm going to pretend like I don't know your name. Introduce yourself. What do you do?
Hi, I'm Jessica Bryce from Bryce Brushworks.
Thank you so much. Okay,
next. Say what I do.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, Claudia.
Hi, I'm Claudia Maya, and I own Uniquely Claudia Boutique.
I love it.
Hi, I am Anya Painter, and I'm a realtor with RoundTable Realty.
I love this. And so I'm going to dig a little deeper because I need to know what Bryce Brushworks does. I do this every time. I'm like, it's one of those things. What do they call them?
Tongue twister.
Tongue twister. Alliteration, yes. So with this, what do you do besides make me look so good every time you see me with my glitter? Is it glitter? Is it glitter? Yes. Okay, so let's go over. So tell us what it is you do in detail, what you're focusing on this year for 2025, and give us like your bullet points of all the fabulous talents that you have.
So I'm an artist. I left the corporate world in architecture and engineering in 2019 and opened an art and entertainment business. So I have face painting, glitter tattoos, a glitter bar service, which BFFs often
always has on.
And we have party entertainment services from Savannah, Georgia down to like Orlando, Tampa, Central Florida area. And I have 16 artists that work for me.
I didn't know that. I didn't either. I mean, I knew you were all over the place. But...
So I'm a mural artist, and I paint the St. Johns County birthday and spirit rocks for all of the St. Johns County schools.
Which I was always trying to figure out who's behind the scenes painting them, because then you show up, a new one's painted. You show up, a new one's painted, and I never knew, and they're always fabulous.
I'm a Keebler elf, like out in the middle of it.
That's what I envisioned.
Yes.
Like, no one just come in and be like,
no one sees me. It's like the middle of the night.
Yeah, you do. Huh? Do you have a flashlight, headlamp?
I do. I have a big work lamp.
A big work lamp. No headlamp.
Elf.
Yeah, I love that. And so your focus for 2025 is something that's really neat. You actually, Tori, we're in her studio here today. You did her wall rooms.
I did 2 murals in Tori's brand new Airbnb investment property, rental property that she's going to be renting out this season. And I'm pretty excited about the murals moving from the rocks, which they go away every 24 hours. I have to paint over my own artwork. It's very hard to, as an artist, to like give out your artistic energy and then it's gone the next day.
Yeah.
It's fun, but I would like to get into more permanent installation.
Yeah, and the mural pricing is way more affordable than I thought, because I'm sitting here thinking like, I'm never gonna afford a mural in my life, even if I'm rich, or when I'm rich, excuse me. But they start at.
So murals range from based on complexity from like anywhere from $10 a square foot to 35, but basically in terms of like a total dollar value, that would be anywhere from like say $250 to several $1,000s.
Millions. Millions. So if you have millions to spend on a mural, I have someone for you, essentially, is what we're getting at. And I love that because that got my wheels spinning, like, wait a minute. I don't know square footage. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to have you come. Do you do that? You come to the house and you can give a consult and we can talk? Yeah. Maybe not. Do you do that for everyone or just because I would peer pressure you?
No, to do a mural, you really have to see the space that you're going to be painting, get measurements and kind of see what the wall, what the feel of, whether it's a child or whether it's an adult. I've done sports rooms. I've done a gym. I've done a private gym. Done the Airbnb property, children's nurseries, all kinds of different things. So, and I'd love to get into more commercial and retail businesses.
Yep, I love that. Thank you so much. So she does a lot. So get those wheels spinning. Think about spaces that you want to have your own unique. And even if, so you have an Airbnb, it makes it special, it stands out. And if you're going to sell the house, it makes it special and stand out. I mean, maybe don't paint your face on the wall unless you love your face. I could sell my face, but I think it definitely gets those creative wheels spinning. I think that's really cool. So thank you so much. All right, Claudia. I mean, we can guess by looking at you that you own a fabulous boutique. She's over there before. She's like, ooh, just do the hair on us, right? I'm like, you always look out for me. I love you. So tell us your story. How did you get started? You know, why, how, all the things.
Well, for me, it was a little different. I actually come from a totally different industry. I work for the oil and gas industry, which is not related to fashion. I did that for a lot of years. I was head of marketing communications for the Latin American group. So I did a lot of traveling. Was never really home. Then the company is located in Fort Lauderdale, but the home office is in Zug, Switzerland. So
Were you forced to travel to Switzerland? Were you forced? They forced you?
All the time.
It
was the hardest decision.
So they have an opening. I'm just saying, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just envisioned Claudia flying first class with her boots and her hair flowing in the wind. They're like, man, I want to be Claudia.
Well, I hope it sounds more fabulous than it is.
You know, but it would just let us live this dream. Okay, go ahead.
But so when we decided to move to this area, Northeast, I actually resigned, but they didn't let me. So I actually worked from home for a couple of years, also traveling, continued to travel. Just Fort Lauderdale was not my airport, it was, here in Jacksonville. And then COVID hit, and the life of a lot of people, the entire world changed. And I think I was done with corporate. It was a point that I'm thinking I cannot do this anymore. We don't know what's going to happen with COVID. We didn't know what to expect or anything. So, and then I had to homeschool a 7-year-old, which I've never done in my life. I only have one son, so I made a decision. Of course, being in the oil and gas industry, there were so many questions because nobody was traveling. The planes were pretty much stuck, so there was no oil production going. So the company I worked for was like, what do we do? So it was a perfect timing to kind of like exit, and they were okay with it at this time because, again, the situation. And then I took like a 6-month hiatus, and I stayed at home, homeschooled my son, and did a lot of the things I didn't do before because I was so busy. I've been working since I was 14, so I had no idea what it was to have a break.
Yeah.
And one day I woke up and my angels aligned, and everything happened really one day. The name, I registered the company, the slogan, designed the logo. Everything happened in one day.
No way, I did not know that.
Yes, because I was in marketing, so
you knew all of it.
Yeah. So my husband comes home that day, and I was like, "Honey, guess what? I have a company."
I love this. You sound like me. I'm like, guess what I did? He's like, okay. I'm like, Miss, did you file that paperwork? Thank you.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And that's how I was born. At the beginning, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to focus on, but there's a lot of things that happen in your life, and I think that happens to all of us, that you don't know how it's going to serve you until later in life. And for me, it kind of came full circle. My grandmother used to be a seamstress, and she used to make like beautiful gowns, and I used to sit next to her. Not that I can sew, I don't. I don't know how. But she would always talk to me like about buttons and cuts and material and everything. And I was a little girl, so of course, you think you're not really paying attention, but it actually came back to me. And I remember, I remember all the stories that she was used to tell me about the cuts, and that's how I knew. Then it kind of hit me, like, that's how I know so much about fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was listening to her without listening to her, because I was a little girl, I was just playing. And so that's how it kind of got started, and then just the business has been transforming all this time, and I'm really enjoying it.
I love it. And so you have an in-person location, like boutique, right? And then you have online as well.
That's how it started. It started online. I did that for 2.5 years online. November 26th is when I went live. My website went live. So it's going to be 4 years exactly from 2020.
That's amazing.
And then 18 months ago, I opened a small brick and mortar. And so here in St. John's.
That's fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much. I love it. Anything with a grandma in it. Grandma, love it. That's awesome. Okay, Anya, tell us, again, what you do, how you got started, what's your why?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm a realtor. I don't know anybody who grew up and with a dream of being a realtor. But my dream was born it evolved over time. But I stayed home with my son, which is my third child. And I used to think that I always wanted to stay home with my children, but after being home with him for 6 months, I was like, man, I love you, but I just can't do this. Like, I was going a little crazy. House is clean, laundry's done, dishes done, and the mundane thing was just driving me nuts. So I talked to my best friend and my husband, and they both suggested that I try real estate. My background is in finance. I was in banking. My last job prior to real estate was sales and service manager in a local bank. So it was kind of familiar territory. We did some loans on, processing side and things. I thought, whatever, I'll give it a shot. And, I went ahead and did the licensing course and passed my test immediately. I thought, that was surprisingly simple. And just started the career, and I realized my why pretty quickly. I think just like maybe 6 months after I got licensed, New Year's resolution thing. Right around January, I woke up, I was like, I know what it is. I can finally stick to this one. And for me, that year, it was a resolution of, I just wanted to be a blessing to people. Prior to that, they were always like, I need to lose X amount of weight and all that. We start good, and just they'll get there. But I could sustain just being a blessing to people. And I just started functioning in that vein and pretty quickly kind of found my niche. I'm bilingual, and I'm myself an immigrant. I'm originally from Russia, came to the States at 17, and kind of quickly a lot of people started coming to me that just immigrated recently to the States and weren't really speaking really good English, but I could help them understand the whole transaction and translate and just understand all the backgrounds of it. Like they were smart enough to make all the money to buy this stuff. They just needed help to figure out how to do it with less stress. Mm-hmm. So I really found my value in that I could just help it less stressful for them. And that really brought me a lot of satisfaction. So at this point, I've been in real estate since 2016, and my clientele is really 50-50. I have maybe 50% immigrants and Americans, of course.
Yeah, I love that.
But I love, my passion, I think, is really centered towards immigrants. I just love working with people from all over the world, because when I hear their accents, what I hear is there's a story of bravery in there somewhere. And when you start learning their stories of their lives, it's really interesting, because some people come here because, they had maybe a terrible situation in their country and they had no choice. But there are other people who always dreamed about coming to the States, even though they were making crazy money somewhere else. I know one family, they lived and worked in Dubai for 10 years, making, $500,000 a year, and they were not happy. Mm-hmm. They always dreamed about being here. So they came here doing work that most people wouldn't want to do, but they were thriving and they were happy. And I love that.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking, just now I'm looking down the list of all of my favorite places I like to go to. My coffee shops, most of them are owned by immigrants. My French favorite coffee shop, immigrant owns it. Just going down the list. So I just love.
I love that you've really niched down too, because when I first met you, and it wasn't too long ago, a year, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and it was, I want to be a blessing to people. And over this year, I've seen you really niche to you, and what you said there, I wrote it down, it's when I hear an accent, I hear a story of bravery. Mm-hmm. And I never thought of it that way, but of course, because I would love to move to Europe. I've always wanted to move to Europe, and I'm frightened to move to Europe because I don't know anything and I don't speak another language. And I was and of course I would make friends and all of that. I'm not shocked. I would definitely make friends. I'd be Google translating hello, do you want to be my best friend? Do you want to join BFFS? But it's that bravery to step out and to start this new life. And I think that's really beautiful that you've niche to that, and I think that's important when we're doing our businesses. It's okay, I can do want to serve everyone, but in reality when we serve everyone, we serve no one, because we're pleasing everybody versus knowing our targets. So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. And and here they are, and welcome.
Sparkle Sisters commercial break. Hi, I'm Melissa. Did you know that every day in St. Johns County and the surrounding areas there are women that don't have sparkles in their life? St. John's BFF is here to give you the sparkle you need, sisters. Sparkle Sisters!
Okay, welcome back from that very, very life-changing commercial break. I don't know which one they're deciding to play while we have this episode, but I'm sure it will touch you and not love you. Anyways, Melissa can cut out whatever she needs. That's right, we love her. The real boss. Sorry, boss. Okay, so thank you guys so much for sharing all of that. We're going to wrap up with asking you, okay, it is a new year. We're so excited. So I'm going to ask you, what is your ask? What is your need in your business? You know, we'll share all your promotionals. We'll share the follows. Obviously, referrals are the best thing you can do for small businesses. We'll put the links in the captions and everything like that, so you can go ahead and click on that, give them a follow, give them a like, comment on their stuff. It takes you 2 seconds. 2 seconds out of your busy day. And I know we are all so busy. But like Anya, let's choose to be a blessing to someone, and let's take that time. And if you're watching this episode, you're going to like and you're going to love and you're going to comment on it, and then you're going to go to all of them and do the same. So with that being said, Jessica, what is your need for 2025?
More collaboration. It's
Love that.
very rewarding to be a small business owner and work, you know, individually on artwork and have the time to kind of be this introverted extrovert that I am. But I love the collaborations, and I have a good story with uniquely Claudia from several years ago. But one of the things that makes her boutique special is like, so I met her at a pop-up boutique at a women's networking event, and I fell in love with these Italian joggers that she had, and they were uniquely me. They were like, they're glittery, they have like stars, and they're just like the cutest joggers. And I was like, I can't really afford these right now. And like, I just started like my business, and like we were at this event, we weren't really doing well with sales. It was slow. And I was like, I'm buying these joggers for myself. And then I ended up wearing them in a photo shoot that I did for my first magazine photo shoot 2 years ago.
Awesome.
And then I see Claudia out, and it's like, it's great. Like there's so much, there's just so many things that make BFF special, and just being able to collaborate with all of these amazing women, all these amazing businesses. And then standing here with Anya a few minutes ago, she's like, oh, you should start doing commercial space and working with real estate companies. And it's like, you know, it's like these, just the synergy of how much collaboration there can be in any types of businesses. So it's amazing.
I love that. So more collaboration. And that has been obviously the underlying BFF premise is like, come together, collaborate, let's team up. Like so I see entrepreneurs all the time, and they're so lonely. Like, I'm so lonely. I run this business by myself, but we don't have to be lonely. We don't have to have someone that's in the business with us to collaborate with them. Get creative, and I love that, and that's something you do very well. So thank you. Okay, Claudia, what does your ask mean?
Yes, actually similar to Jessica. I mean, it's been an amazing. I'm a 100% believer. Networking works, and it's not what I can get from it. It's more like what we can do together and make it better. One of the reasons why I'm so passionate about it is because I was, you know, very, very lucky to be at New York Fashion Week in September of 2024. And it happened because of networking, because somebody saw something in me, they believed in me, recommended me, because not just anybody can go there. So I love collaborating. I do it with the local businesses. I have pieces from local businesses in my boutique. So
She has our stuff. You need stuff, you go get our stuff.
Yes. Definitely BFF t-shirts, the earrings. I work with Divine Drip Jewelry. I work with Voglio, which is also a local jewelry. So I love that. I love collaborating. I love just having people stop by. And even if you don't just want to stop by and say hello, just stop by and say hello. You know, it's a very intimate space where my boutique is, and I just would love for you guys to check it out.
I love that. Thank you so much. Okay, Anya.
Yes. Well, of course, realtors, we need closings. Otherwise, can't feed my family. But what I really, really love about my job is it gives me an opportunity to become this link, right? Because I get to meet a lot of amazing people, a lot of business owners, and I like my wheels are spinning. Like we were talking, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta put her in touch with this person, because I think this is at least a foot in the door. Maybe I'm not able to move the mountains, but at least like an introduction could happen. You know, I love that kind of stuff. So if you think that there's some way, like if you need something, just reach out and say, hey, I'm looking to do this. Maybe I know somebody who could help you. I'm happy to do that too. So
I love that.
Yes, of course I want referrals, but it really brings me a lot of satisfaction to just connect people.
Yeah, be a
It's a great-
connector in the
yeah,
collaborations.
I
And
love
it's,
that.
it's funny how God has literally stirred every single episode. You guys didn't get assigned a time slot. You picked it. And God has moved in every episode. We've been able to see this trend of what God did and is doing. And there's always a connection in every episode. And for y'all, very different spaces. But it's like, no, collaboration, let's work together. Let's connect each other. Like, we are connectors, and it's really cool. I love when he does that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Jess, do we have a final question for them?
I've never thought of one.
Me neither. So, Jess, that was your job. I have it on here. You had one job, Jess.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
I do.
No.
I want to know, do you still have the glitter joggers?
I do have the glitter joggers.
Okay.
No, but
Oh,
that's
Oh, they're amazing.
Do you sell the
Yeah,
glitter
I was
joggers?
thinking I need to look at these.
Yes, they're Italian joggers. If you don't know, they're like top rated. If you don't know,
I don't know.
Now you
okay. So can we like get a link?
because it's a perfect fit.
So
They-
link to
they-
glitter
Can
joggers.
you get me the link?
They fit
No, wait,
amazing.
you need the link
They fit
first
amazing.
before it goes public.
Yeah, no, sorry, y'all aren't getting this first. I'm putting episode 4 link to
They really
joggers.
sold out. By the time you watch
Sorry.
that.
That was my
Special order for the
question.
rest.
I love it, go.
Yeah, just send that on over.
We'll get it out to you guys. They're probably going to be sold out. Everyone in the background, everyone's going to be here. I love that. Jess, did you have anything about food that you wanted to touch base on? Are you sure? Because you like get so excited.
I have nothing. I
You,
think
you want to order lunch.
I
that's
do.
why.
I do.
We're
It's
very
time for
hungry.
us to
It's
order
time for lunch.
tacos.
Yeah, so Jess's love language is food.
Yes.
Gluten-free, healthy, not fast food ever.
No.
Never.
No junk food.
No junk food except sweets. So if you
It's
need,
balance.
it's all balanced. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in next time. We need a tagline to end this, so we will work on that. Goodbye. Thank you guys. Happy New Year.